If there was ever a civilized way to go off-road, it would have to be in the Land Rover. So today, I am off-roading the brand new 2020 Land Rover Defender 110. We're at the golf course, but at the same time, we are here with the new Defender. So, it's exciting. I'm the first one in the country to really drive it off-road, so I'm really excited about that. So, watch as we take this brand new Defender 110 on a quest and a nice journey. The off-road capability of this vehicle is unlike anything else. Right now we are in the mud and gravel mode. Well, something like that. There's a million modes that this vehicle has. But the gravel mode is something else. The way that this vehicle is able to maneuver through a plethora of terrain tells you so much about the character of this vehicle.
David, to everyone behind me, we're going to establish a quick baseline on how we drive off-road, which is as slowly as possible, only as fast as necessary. All that really means to us is we're going to travel around really slowly because the terrain is difficult, and we want to make sure everyone inside the vehicles stays comfortable.
So that's one of the rules of driving off-road. As slow as possible, as fast as necessary. That is classic Land Rover language. At the time at which my parents owned a Discovery Series 2, a 2000 Discovery Series 2, that was one of the lessons that my parents got when they went off-roading. And the off-roading course was actually at the dealership. There was no off-roading that my parents were doing to this level or to this extent. My parents are not truly off-road people, but they want to know that their vehicles can go off-road and they have the capability to go anywhere during an apocalypse. Now, as I'm looking through this course, it is fascinating. It is basically the woods where you would film a horror movie. And this is a lot of fun. And to me, it's really surprising to see a Range Rover. But if we look to our immediate left, we find a Defender 90, which has been delayed in their delivery to the United States.
All right.
I hope this works. When going through the experience, you should always pay attention to the instructors because they have the second set of eyes that you need when you're off-road.
Off that brake pedal.
Now what you just saw was hill descent control. Hill descent control allows the vehicle to operate and go down a hill as slow as possible, but as fast as necessary. Because that is the ultimate truth when it comes to off-roading. As slow as possible, as fast as necessary. Another astounding feature with hill descent control, you actually don't have to apply the brakes when you're operating this feature. The car will automatically brake for itself and read the surroundings in order to make sure that the car is completely stable in the most crazy environments. Now here's something that you're not likely to see. A brand new Range Rover going off-road. This is something that you'll probably only see at the Land Rover Experience Center. The fact that a brand new Range Rover is still capable off-road is definitely mind-blowing. It's really nice to see the staple of Rodeo Drive in its natural environment. Now, the real reason I came to the Land Rover Experience Center is to see the Defender doing things like this. The acrobats that this vehicle is capable of is why the people wanted the Defender back in the United States after its long absence from the American market since 1997. Seeing the car climb and do all these crazy stunts is exactly what Land Rover is all about.
That's not possible.
Now, this experience would not be possible without the expertise of the Land Rover Experience Center specialists. They were able to navigate us through the most extreme terrain and keep us safe at all times. Seeing the Land Rover able to hold its position definitely is something else. It's something that you definitely have to see in person for yourself. Seeing the new Defender elevated off the ground allowed me to see where the research and development went into developing this brand new vehicle. It was incredible to see the undercarriage as well as the suspension pieces and see how they work together in order to keep the vehicle off the ground and sometimes on the ground.
Well, I was just going to say, let me know if you hear...
In order for the Land Rover Experience Center experts to communicate with us, they were using a walkie-talkie system, especially now in the era of COVID-19. It was an effective way to teach us off-roading. This is perhaps some of my favorite footage from the weekend. 3 Land Rovers off-road in perfect succession as they navigate off-road trails. This reminds me of the Camel Trophy Adventures, which took place in the 1970s and the 1980s. It was a competition designed for Land Rover to showcase its off-road prowess in different and unique situations all around the world. Seeing a Range Rover navigate these hills was amazing. The only fear that I had the entire time was seeing that these 21-inch wheels was going to get punctured, but thankfully that did not happen. In the case of the Defender, that was nearly impossible because the sidewalls of the tires are very generous and forgiving.
You're gonna go wash your feet there. There's a little pond there.
This instance, you could hear the gravel mode working in conjunction with the traction control. Elevated to its maximum height, there's not much that a Defender cannot do. I was able to see this car climb over rocks with relative ease, and there was nothing that got in its way. Although it is commonplace to find the Land Rover on-road, the real environment for a Land Rover will always be off-road. So when we look at the new offerings from Land Rover, we always want to see whether or not they can actually survive, just like this example could. And although this course is staged, I could not be more impressed with the Range Rover and its capability, as well as the amazing capability of the brand new 2020 Defender. Just watching it crawl through these different courses definitely left an impression in my mind that this vehicle is definitely here to stay, and hopefully it's here for good. And hopefully the Defender 90 will come sooner than later. Seeing this side profile leaves me hopeful that future Land Rover design and future SUV design in general will remain boxy for the long run. Now, seeing this angle on a Land Rover will probably convince anybody that this car really and truly can go anywhere, especially past the mall parking lot. This could be a fun place to change a tire. So whether or not you're the serious off-road enthusiast or you're just a casual nature lover, the Land Rover Experience Center is an awesome experience that I recommend for everybody. So get out there, have fun, but continue to stay safe. And please consider subscribing, and thank you for watching. The 2020 Defender is back. Leave comments down below and tell me what you guys think.